Chunky Trade here, coming with a live reaction of Apex's latest video that they put out from Darrell Martin himself. So this is a video that they posted yesterday on their website. Back in July, this video from CEO Darrell Martin was made. And I got a question. We are at the end of September. The FUD from Apex started in July. Why was this video not put out in July at all? They just let the FUD fester and fester and fester, and then they just kept saying, don't believe the FUD, don't believe the FUD. Well, I think we're at a point where even Darrell Martin can't, his words just have no weight to them anymore. And what they're trying to say is like, hey, look, we made this video in July, and as you can see, we kept our word, and we've made improvements. No, there's been no improvements. They've been promising faster payouts for the past like 2-3 months. Only in this latest payout cycle, some people got approved and paid out fast. So let's say out of 5 payout cycles, you did good on one, and now you're gonna call it a victory. This is not the win you want. So this is not the win you think it is. And I mean, when I see this, I appreciated Darrell for a while. I thought he was very sincere, and he very well could come from a good heart, and it could just be John messing up his business. I don't know. But at the same time, there's that saying, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I mean, I just think that a lot of this stuff is just, first of all, it's not even relevant to the core issues that people have with Apex. So this video again was put out. This was made in July. So much stuff has happened since then. So one, we got probations, we got account investigations, video requests, and now there's the rule that you can't buy any more evals, and you're being considered for live. There's all these things going on to people, and then he posts a 2-month-old video that addresses none of the most controversial stuff. So he's saying, he's trying to win your heart. Thanks for being part of the Apex family. I know we've had issues with Rhythmic and Trade Evade, and yes, this is, we have a server, but we still don't control it. And when things go wrong, that's not good for you. We're trying to make things better with our vendors, and we've been struggling internally too. All of this is due to growing pains. We've grown so much. Okay, yes, you've grown. Yes, there are challenges with growth, but the lack of communication is despicable, and some of the stuff. Okay, I know how to do AWS. Like, okay, if you need to change the server size, that's very quick. Okay, if you onboarded like 10,000 more traders, you need to change the server size. That's a very easy thing to do, and it doesn't really cost you. It's a nominal cost, especially since you're collecting more fees. It's not a very hard thing to do. So I don't think there really is any excuse to it. Customer and tech support is not always easy, but yes, everything is not acceptable. You cannot be treated unprofessionally. So at least he acknowledges that people like Princess B and some of these mods and some of the support were not doing it. But at the same time, they kind of fostered this environment like, hey, if it was sort of this unspoken thing where if you threaten us, then if you threaten Apex, then you're not going to get your payout. So everyone just kept quiet about their bad experience. So he's saying, I see it, I acknowledge it, it's not okay, it's not acceptable. All the bad stuff you experience is not okay. It's not the Apex way, I apologize. Okay, it's sort of like, the BP CEO who apologized for the oil spill. All right, like, it's a little too late. Okay, where was this 2 months ago? And first of all, you're still not even addressing why, you keep talking, so he's going to keep talking about how customer service has improved. There are still tons of people out there who have been denied payouts, $100,000 payouts, and they're not getting any response from customer support. Or if they do get a response from customer support, they might say something like, oh, we don't handle that. It's not our department. So he's saying, oh, customer support deals with a lot, upset people, so it's hard for them not to feel attacked. Well, I've done customer support too. You're not going to be attacked if you do your job. And the main job is to pay people out. So a lot of this stuff is unforced errors. So we train people. Okay, first of all, why don't you have a customer support department that handles payout questions, right? Why don't you communicate better? When I was doing customer support for a tech company, we would try to avoid cases being open. How do you do that? By having your documentation better. And again, I know that they have FAQs and some people open up cases because they didn't read the FAQ. That's one thing, right? But when it comes to payout denials, well, why don't you just like, communicate exactly when the payouts are come? And a lot of times they miss their own deadlines and then they get mad at you for like holding them to account. So we brought in a new CTO and IT team. I did see that they hired a new CTO on LinkedIn. They had hired 25 new staff members in the last 45 days. The funny thing about this is I've seen people on Discord who claim to be Apex employees who say, "Oh, I work for Apex. Apex is totally fine." And then you ask them a question like, "Well, why did I get denied a payout?" "Oh, you must have broken a rule." "Okay, well, can you check?" "Sorry, I'm not with the payout team, so I have no insight into your specific account." So these Apex employees who are in these multiple Discords, one, they assure you Apex is doing okay and they have the ability to pay. On the other hand, they have no specific insight into your account and they have no way to look it up. So again, the point is they act like they know a lot, but then actually when you drill down, they actually know nothing. And even I remember seeing one Apex employee saying, "Oh, we hired over 100 people, so things are going to get better." And then this was like a few months ago. He said that, "Well, Darrell just said 25 people," right? Like, I mean, these people are speaking out of their butt, you know. So they're working with outside vendors. Okay, I can't really give them credit for working with the vendors. That's part of your job. This is the service you're offering, right? Faster response times. Okay, fine, that's good. But again, there's a little bit of gaslighting here. They respond fast to tickets that are low hanging fruit, right? "Oh, my account's not showing up." "Oh, okay, here." "Oh, hey, this is not blah blah blah. This is not happening." "Oh, my I used a VPN and so now I can't log into the ATF website." "Oh, okay, let me reset your thing." So yes, they'll respond to those quick, but try asking them about where your payout is and you won't hear back. So he said, "Oh, working on some new programs," and again, with the promises, new programs and changes to payout policies. Okay, so I'm gonna make a video about this later, but they just sent a mass email yesterday to people saying that, "Hey, you are not allowed to buy any more eval accounts. You are being considered for a live account." And this was not on that survey of what they were considering of things to do. They were saying that they wanted to reduce the payout windows to 8 days and no more flipping days needed and everything. And this is like a complete 180. So people were expecting the results from the survey, and the only thing they implemented from the survey was the probation, and then now they're doing live accounts. And so you can't really depend on them to keep their word. Like, this whole video is about how they kept their word. I really don't see it. Let's see, Discord room. So now he's talking about the Discord room. This is when the controversy started. They shut down their Discord room in July 1st, right around that time. That followed mass denials and mass account investigations and mass probations, and then what followed there was video requests. So they were saying, the whole point of the Discord room is just to talk to people, but it became a complaint board. I was in there. People really weren't complaining. For the most part, people were defending Apex, but they strategically shut down. And we know what they're doing. He's gaslighting us. Like, he's looking at us and he's gaslighting us. He's saying that, if people were asking tech support questions. Well, if your tech support was good, people would not be going there for tech support. I mean, that's just a fact. And other prop firms have sections in their chat for like, hey, support questions or random questions needed, so that it doesn't clog up the main chat. Yes, there's a lot of channels available, a lot of chat channels. Just pick one for support and then make it best effort. But instead, he's like, "Oh, we want to integrate these webhooks and API so that your case can be tracked within the Discord." All that's unnecessary. Just have a channel for best effort support, and that'll clear a lot. So none of that goes into the main chat. But he said, "Oh, we were not trying to silence people, And the Discord, a lot of our competitors were joining in Discord to spread FUD." You think people want FUD? People are closing their eyes and ears to avoid Apex FUD, but they brought this on themselves. Even me. You look at my videos from a few weeks ago. I was very hopeful in Apex a few weeks ago. I tried to hold out as long as possible. This is not. I do not want to be here saying these things about Apex or any other prop firm, right? But I'm trying to hold them to account. So he's saying like, oh, other competitors were just spreading FUD. Like, no, you guys stopped paying out. You guys, actually, I don't even remember seeing FUD, but there could have been. Like, I don't remember seeing any competitor saying something. But every time somebody was saying, hey, our payouts are a little bit late this month, all the customers saying, don't worry, Apex pays. And then when they got paid, everyone celebrated like, yeah, thank you Apex for paying out. But then when Apex stopped paying and when they started paying out late, that's when the heavy FUD came, and then the Discord room just made everything worse. Again, he ends this by saying like, thank you, I apologize for the struggles. We're the biggest prop firm, we paid out the most. Yes, they paid out the most, but they're denying a lot now. So that begs the question: you're paying out millions of dollars allegedly, but we also know that you've denied multiple over 100K requests from several people in Discords. So I'd like you to answer to that. Things that he did not address: probation, video request, account investigation. These are all stuff that were around at the time of this video when he made it in July. Funny things, again, we're in the end of September. You made this video in July. Why did you guys hold out onto this? And now there's a lot more issues that you're not even addressing. So I don't see the point of this video. I don't think it's the win they think it is. I really do not recommend going with this prop firm at all moving forward.